I can't thank you guys enough for just this. Seriously,
Thanks for being here.
I appreciate you.
Thanks for being here.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really nice to have you back, actually, because you did the 50th Belmont Villa session. That was a really big one for me, and I was like, I pulled it off. I got Cherise. So it's awesome to see you sitting in the chair again, and a bit of time has passed and a lot has happened. So I think we can kick it off right here.
Yes,
No? Right?
yes.
Totally.
And to start, my name is Vania. Anyone that's listening at home, yes.
Hello.
I like to say welcome to Vania's Lounge at Belmont Villa.
Yay.
And today we have two hosts in the house with me.
Hey.
Well, always Carl, of course.
And me, Ese, of Ese and the Voodoo People.
Yes.
I wasn't expected to be here, but I am.
Here you are.
And also, to top it off the beautiful day, we have the beautiful Cherise.
Hello. Hi,
Hello.
lovely. Hi. Happy to be here.
How are you doing today?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
It's sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
I've
late summer
just-
kind of vibration today.
Exactly. The last days of summer, and we're entering into a new season. So there's a lot of reflecting, a lot of change, a lot of taking stock,
Yeah, it's
And
been
I have a
hitting
lot-
me pretty hard. Like,
Yeah.
I've just been tired.
a lot to be
Yeah.
grateful for, though. A lot of beautiful people in life. So thank you for having me here.
Yeah, we're
And
grateful.
also, you're very beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
From driving here, I have to wear glasses when
She's
driving.
right.
So I'm wearing my favorite geek glasses.
I love it.
Look at cute.
Thank you.
You guys should see she's wearing some really cool neo green. Like, is it like cottony? What'd you say?
They're pretty much glorified pajamas. They're from Lazy Oaf.
Love Lazy Oaf. Yeah.
They're really cool.
No, Cherise, I'm so excited about this new album.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for your touching. All the time. I was trying not to sing it the whole time you were here.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, could you tell us more about your
Mm.
album and how was it for you building up this beautiful masterpiece?
It's been the past 3 years in the making.
Yeah.
And it's been quite a defining time in which I'm establishing that I know who I am. I know my calling, hence the name of the album. And I started writing all of the songs with my guitar in 2020 because we were all locked down. And it was also a way of processing a lot of things that were happening at the time. I think trying to understand what it means to be a Black woman and take pride in my identity was definitely sparked by some of the events in 2020.
Right, yes.
And also grieving. Yeah, definitely. And there was also grief for our grandparents that were lost and trying to figure out how to continue the legacy of what I inherited from them because they were from the Windrush generation. And there's something I think that's unique, special, scary, but exciting about being a second generation or third, I think, of immigrants who are of Jamaican heritage, but it's a completely different flavor.
Yeah.
And I was saying to myself, how can I embrace everything that I've inherited and take it forward, but really make it my own?
Yeah.
While honoring them. So I try to do that through soul music and through the kind of music that I like, instead of feeling like, oh, I'm Jamaican, I have to make it like reggae or bashment or exactly. Yeah. Just trying to open up the scope of exactly what it can be to celebrate your identity.
We're on the same page with that.
Mm.
I was going to say we're on exactly the same page as that in terms of culture and being, well, I don't know, my first generation? I don't know, but the same.
Second, I think, if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
She wasn't born here though.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
So I think I'm first. I don't know.
Talk into the mic, baby.
No.
We gotta hear this.
Yeah, no, I'm just agreeing with you.
What's your heritage? If you don't
So
mind
my
asking?
parents are Nigerian.
Right,
They came here same sort of era as the Windrush.
right.
And I'm just working things out the same way you are.
Mm.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful because me being a black woman, and seeing like you guys talk about that, my upbringing is a bit different because like Cape Verdean, so we have a whole different sculpture of music and history.
Yeah.
And I find I struggle to channel that through my music. So yeah, thank you guys for like for bringing that into highlight, because that's amazing, and I find hard to write about it. So seeing that you guys are doing that and bring that to light is beautiful.
It's definitely a process, and the title track of the album is a song called Calling, and it weaved into the chorus is can you hear it, call my name, can you hear it, mine to claim. And it's that real affirmation that my culture is mine to play with.
Absolutely.
Overtly, or you know, a little bit, or here and there. Like, I don't have to prove to anyone that I am Jamaican and British, you know. So
Cool. It's amazing. And you got something to say.
I just wanted to say you're so articulate.
And
I was asking you earlier if you read a lot.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't read too much. I'm a podcast girl, a dyslexic podcast girl, and an overthinker. But a lot of my considerations about identity come more from my vocation as a yoga teacher and my training in that. Outside of being a musician, I found I just needed some grounding and sense of self outside of the entertainment industry. So in 2019, I went and did a yoga training and found that has an equal amount of messiness as any other kind of spiritual practice that intersects with capitalism.
Yeah, you need to really
take the good bits and leave the crap. Yeah.
But it led me to training in I did an advanced training in diversity, equity, justice and inclusivity, and through that we had to do quite a lot of reading about anti-racism, what inclusivity really means, what race as a construct is, and what the purpose was for it. So even though it's not overtly discussed in my album, I think it goes into what I was thinking about as far as an understanding of myself and
Okay.
I want to ask a little bit more about the process of the album, because I mean, I was lucky enough to sneak in your session for a couple of days and just witness what you guys were doing when you were recording at Metropolis. But I know that is like halfway through the process because there's all the bits before. But it was also really awesome to see who you got involved, and that you guys were really doing it the right way, you know, like as much as you can with, you know, whatever budget you have available. Whatever you're trying to achieve is usually a little bit above one's budget. Doesn't matter if you're working with a small or a big budget, but it's like, I know what I saw, what I witnessed was someone really giving it everything and really trying to put their whole, you know, best effort, all their experience into this thing, and that was awesome to witness.
Oh wow! Well, I mean, you're downplaying yourself again because, like, Carl, you were so intrinsic to capturing what was going on in the studio. 2 of the days, I think, 2 days you came down. First and last day of 3 days, and videoed so many things that's now being transformed into a documentary.
I can't wait to see that.
So I can't thank you enough, because I wouldn't have stopped to to reflect on it if I couldn't see it in that way. But yeah, I felt very grateful. We got the opportunity to go into Metropolis Studios for 3 days, and that was part of me being the recipient of an award from the Featured Artist Coalition. Thank you.
Well deserved.
Thank
So
you.
much talent.
But I thought to myself, yeah, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try and do it as well as I can and get the best musicians I can, who I also think I resonate with as far as them being good people.
Yeah.
I have to say I love the current lineup.
They're great people,
Yes.
right? Thank you.
Amazing.
On bass there was Ben Moraut.
Yes, precision.
On keys, Lewis Moody. On guitar, Tijo Manchung. And on
Tijo.
You love Tijo. We love Tijo.
I'm a big TJ fan.
And on drums there's Sam McNick, and it was
Yes.
produced by Toby Tripp, who's an amazing producer.
Wow.
So yeah, the process was, it really evolved as we were there, because this wasn't meant to be an album at all. It was 4 songs that we had decided would be an EP, and then we got halfway through the second day and we thought we could record more. Let's just keep going.
That's
So
great. That's
How
amazing.
long were you originally supposed to be in the studio for?
It was meant to be 3 days,
Just 3
but we
days.
just thought it would take a lot longer for things to come together. And because it was so streamlined, we ended up feeling like we could add in more on the 3rd day. So that became 6 songs in total. And then we finished off the album outside of that with two great musicians that let me use their studio, called Alex Haynes and Lloyds Haynes. They let me use their studio in Hackney. And it became 10, but it took a lot of people in my community telling me that this is the right time to do an album.
Yeah.
It's always hard to know when to make such a big statement. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you embraced it.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see it just like right there.
Oh yeah, we have
Yeah,
the
just-
album here. Thank you so much.
Just before you came, we were like listening to your music,
Ah.
talking about how beautiful your lyrics are and
Oh,
your
thank
voice and amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
I'd say in each song I'm playing with a different lyrical style, and I even go in and out of appreciating them. Sometimes, for example, with Night Moves, I wanted to delve more into poetry. And with the song like Different Kind of Love, which ends the album, I was aiming really clearly for the most corny song I possibly could. That could be like the backdrop to a rom-com. And I feel like I achieved each of those things, but naturally each of them are going to resonate with me depending on where I am in my life.
With people differently as well.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to ask about your music really is like, from my perspective as someone who came to London about 11 years ago and has been living in the city and has been really like diving into the musical world, but also generally just loving London as a place and just exploring it. And so I witnessed the city, and then I listened to your album, and I just understand what your album means for the zeitgeist we're in, how you are representative of what it feels like to live here at this particular point in time. And I think maybe people don't realize it yet because they're living in it, but it's like people will understand, if it's 10, 20 years from now, that music will like resonate with these times and still like hopefully resonate in the future. So
I really appreciate that. I hope so, because it feels a bit like the scene that we're in, and the scene that you again are an amazing documentarian of through Belmont Villa sessions. Is we're kind of making history. A lot of the people that I am really blessed to see as my peers are actively changing what it feels like and what people feel like they have the permission to do when it comes to blending all of their influences, like jazz, Afrobeats, soul,
Once again, we are on the same page.
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier, actually. How
I didn't realise we had so much in common.
Yeah.
She's not saying all my things.
It's just like, the fact that Ezra Collective they were like nominated for a Mercury Prize, and it's kind of historically known that the Jazz Act is kind of like they nominate a Jazz Act, but they barely ever get the winning spot. So for them to have won this year really, really, really matters, and it feels like a lot of people are using, a lot of Black people as well, Black musicians who were trained up by an organization called Tomorrow's Warriors, who specialize in training up young people who are interested in jazz. The work that they were doing 10 years ago, in around 2012, 2013, when a lot of us were teenagers, is bearing fruit for an entire scene in ways that people know or they don't know. Whether it becomes these jazz musicians fortifying the bands of pop artists like Georgia Smith or Loyal Kana or Jordan Rakai or Alicia, so many, Eliza, what's her name? Or them going, no, I want to do my own thing, like Coco Roco and Seed Ensemble, and
love all these guys.
They're lovely people. I feel like my stuff is kind of different, but I'm trying to see that as a good thing, in that it's just diversifying the
embrace it. You have a really unique voice, so
and I personally think there's room for everyone.
Yeah. Wow. No, it's been amazing. But when is your next show?
Ooh, I'm about to go on tour. I'm not sure when.
Tour live.
But my main question is, you need some backing singers?
She was gonna ask. Consider Vania.
Please, when is the auditions, applications?
I'll see you in 2024.
I'll do it for free.
Hey, no, we don't play that shit. That's not how I run my business.
Are you gonna be taking the States by storm anytime soon? Because I think you'd go down really well there.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think I will try to showcase there somehow in 2024, but a place that I love, even though it's not perfect, like no country is perfect, is France. I really love
you seem to go there quite a lot, don't you?
I do.
I'm a bit of a stalker.
I hear that they're really good to musicians.
Yeah, really good to musicians. It's like an asterisk. Like,
would you consider relocating, or?
If I was going to live anywhere else, I'd definitely live there. I think this is just the language. I like the way they say my name. I know that sounds strange.
Yes, Cherise. They got beautiful accents. I do like a French accent.
But again, thank you so much. Like, especially, I released this album independently. I don't know where I will go in my career in the future, but it's taken everything that I have, and I'm grateful, that I have it to give, and it's
I understand that.
Yeah, what it's like. So for it to resonate from the bottom of my heart, really, really is nurturing and helpful, and thank you.
Thank you.
You're such a kind, beautiful soul. Seriously.
And tune in for the next episode of this podcast.
Yes, with Ese. Ese The Vooduu People. Thank you, Cherise.
Thank you.
And guys at home, please go and stream Cherise's album.
Or buy a copy.
And buy a copy.
Buy a copy, be inspired.
Yes, I'm definitely inspired.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'll see you guys out there.
Woo!